Well, this is Mike with Trike with Mike, Texas. This is a new channel. Trike with Mike, Texas is my first channel, and I have put these videos there also. I'm going to remove them from there and make this a dedicated in-scale model railroading channel. I don't know the name of it yet. By the time you see this, it will have a name. Just because y'all aren't interested in trikes, they're not interested in trains. Some of them think it's cool, but that's about the gist of it. I'd rather in-scale model railroading people show up here, or just general. Give me a little history. I've been into trains since the early 80s, actually late 70s. I had an HO scale that I set up on a ping pong table at the house. I live in Texas, so we have no basements. Then I built a layout in the garage, but dopey me, I decided I had to have multi-layers where the train went over the other. And HO scale, you cannot do in a 4x8 successfully that way. So that put a halt to it for a while. I went in the Navy. I was stationed in San Diego, and if any of y'all know San Diego, you know it's home of the Model Railroad Museum at Balboa Park. And anytime I went up there. I went up there and looked at the layouts, studied the layouts, and the N scale to me looked the best, most realistic, because it had so much more landscaping to train ratio because of just it's a smaller scale. Z scale was kind of new at the time and wasn't really there, and I couldn't see it now anyway if I had to. N scale is getting hard to see too, but regardless, I built a diorama first out of the Navy. Then I joined, it was called Plano Association of Model Railroaders. That guy that was running that moved, and I inherited the president's position. And then we started up a Tex-In out of that, an N-scale modular group. I did that for several years. And then I moved not too far, but I built a normal layout in my first house. Had that there for, I guess we were in that first house for 8 years. About 8 years. And then my second house, I didn't build one. Got involved with the kids. My next house after that, the kids were high schoolish. I took a whole bedroom and built a layout there. And then they all moved out, and we found ourselves in way too big a house. And so we downsized. I tried to get a 10 by 20 extension on my garage. I ended up with a 6 by 20, and that's where we're at today. I've built a layout in there, 2 levels, but because it's narrow, I don't have a possibility of a helix to make it one continuous layout, so it's 2 separate layouts. But anyway, that's what this is going to be. I'll do kit building. I do 3D printing. I do all my own scenery. I 3D print rocks for mountains and stuff. I've done the plaster. I've done it all. I prefer the rocks out of the 3D printing, although it's so time consuming. The plaster is much faster. But I'm trying new stuff too, foam carving and all that. So you'll get to see some of that on this layout. I will post the 4 videos I think it is I have now I'll spread them out a few weeks, and then as we get into new projects, we'll continue on. So thanks for joining. Thanks for listening, and send me your tips. I like tips. Doesn't mean I have to use them, but I could. And it's always, you can always learn something from everybody else. And that's why I'm here too. So, all right, thanks for watching. Let's see how it goes.